It's an honor to be here speaking to you today. I'd like to thank the team at Comma3, Jiritsu Network, and our partners for their hard work making the Web3 Convergence Summit happen and providing Elys Network the opportunity to be here today. How's that? And thank you everyone for attending today. I know you have a schedule, so it means a lot to us that you're here. A little bit about me. I'm a graduate of the United States Air Force Academy with a degree in operations research. I have an MBA from the WP Carey School of Business at Arizona State.
Sorry, just one set of applause. So everyone, please keep it quiet or move your conversation out of the door. Thank you so much. We do have a speaker going on, all right? So, yeah, I don't want to force you, but, you know, be civilized, all right?
I'll talk louder. How about that?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Hesham.
So I'm a graduate of the U.S. Air Force Academy. I have a degree in operations research and an MBA from WP Carey School of Business at Arizona State. It's always been a passion of mine to take on problems and work to fix them and dive deep into processes to make them more efficient. I served 22 years in the Air Force with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, and I'm currently an Airbus 320 captain for a major U.S. airline. In the Web3 space, I'm a co-founder of the OtterSync Validator, active for the last 3 years on over a dozen chains, and I've been building Elys Network since inception for the last 2 years.
Can you be a little louder? Shout. Shout much louder.
I want to share with you one of my favorite quotes. We never know how far-reaching something we may think, say, or do today will affect the lives of millions tomorrow. This is something that sticks with us as the Elys team. It's been with us since inception, and we think about how we're going to create something that's going to impact the lives of millions tomorrow. In a highly competitive industry with thousands of projects, it's critical that we innovate with intuitive, highly capable products that will leave a lasting impression on the greatest number of people. The question people ask, of course, is how do we do that? How do we leverage those technologies that are highly technical and complex while ensuring they'll be easy to use and create value for users? We designed Elys Network to answer this by developing a robust proof-of-stake blockchain with what we call our universal liquidity layer, where every ecosystem is connected in a single platform. We paired that with our best-in-class Elys Unify app, hosting a suite of tools that lets you do everything you need in DeFi. In short, you can think of Elys Network emulating the user experience of an on-chain Binance, but with the benefits of self-custody and DeFi. So if you'll indulge me here, I want to recognize our fellow founders, Hesham Aly, Mitchell Nishimura, and Casey Arrington, for the incredible talent they bring to the industry. Hesham is the architect of Elys Network. He has nearly 2 decades of leadership experience in derivatives trading at Credit Suisse and Mitsubishi Financial. Mitchell is a veteran entrepreneur with 15 years of executive leadership and 8 years as a CEO of a US-based hospitality company. He's responsible for the day-to-day operations of Elys and keeps us financially disciplined, which is really important in this space. And he also is in charge of scouting top talent to join our team. Casey is our product lead. He brings a wealth of experience that he gained at SpaceX, the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and Flow Blockchain. I'm humbled and honored to work with this exceptional group of founders, as well as our team of highly experienced blockchain builders and engineers working to make Elys a success. All right, so since today's topic is transforming DeFi to power the Web3 economy, I want to share with you our house view on why this transformation is needed. As DeFi users, we identified major pain points early on and recognized that the sector was slow to move to address these critical challenges, including fragmented liquidity, no or low interoperability, and low user adoption rates. A few years ago, DeFi was limited to just a handful of chains. If you were an early DeFi user, you probably went through that experience of simply going on to Ethereum, connecting your MetaMask, and interacting with Uniswap, and it worked. And there was deep liquidity on that platform, with very little competition, very few places that you could transact elsewhere outside of a centralized exchange. And that platform, platforms like Uniswap, they successfully serve their purpose. But the technology needs additional innovation at this point. Nowadays, there's a multitude of chains and dApps competing for DeFi liquidity, further complicating fragmentation and creating much larger connectivity problems. With liquidity spread across these different ecosystems, a major limitation is that the connections between these ecosystems are not intuitive for many users and can be quite expensive to use, while low liquidity pools lead to higher slippage and low trading volumes. To navigate the Web3 space today, users are expected to have high technical knowledge and constantly track the latest innovations. Each ecosystem operates in its own isolated silo, making it inefficient for both novice and seasoned users. Every click spent navigating these various functions or accessing different chains equates to time lost that could be used executing portfolio transactions and meaningfully contributing to the Web3 economy. With this lack of user experience or sustainability, liquidity providers are struggling, hopping out of pools and migrating their assets to where they could find temporary yield. It's a zero-sum game. It's a zero-sum liquidity strategy that weakens confidence across the user base. With hundreds of potentially viable chains today and dozens of wallets, that makes the barrier to entry extremely high for users who are looking for a simple, intuitive, consolidated solution. This in large part has resulted in a major asymmetry, as you're all well aware, with more than 300 million centralized exchange users, but only 7 or 8 million or so DeFi users. Existing DeFi user interfaces in particular are confusing for new users, and it's difficult to grasp these highly technical projects that may only specialize in a few advanced functions. In other words, it's a bridge too difficult to cross for many users looking to get into DeFi. The user experience is no doubt poor with limited efficiency, and that's not an indictment on the teams that built those early stage projects. They deserve credit for pioneering those new technologies and working on with what they had at the time. But it's well past time for that DeFi transformation. So why is this transformation needed, and what makes it so important? Despite the challenges that we face today, DeFi truly is the growth engine of the Web3 economy. Every transaction passes through DeFi or will pass through DeFi, whether it's real estate, physical infrastructure, gaming, AI, metaverse, or other sectors like healthcare, communication, logistics, and so forth. Today, DeFi is often underappreciated because its functionality has been altered compared to what it was just a few years ago. And the sector is overshadowed by those themes that are kind of big in the social media space today, like AI, Bitcoin layer 2s, gaming, real world assets, etc. But DeFi is not just a trend. It's a foundational pillar driving the next wave of global financial growth. With a focus on innovation and world-class user experience, Elys Network makes DeFi simple using two major innovations: wallet abstraction and chain abstraction. Wallet abstraction addresses a major barrier to entry. Where do we shot that? There we go. Wallet abstraction addresses a major barrier to entry, where users report their frustration with wallet creation, safeguarding keys, connecting via multiple devices, or having to carry hardware protection devices like a ledger. Through wallet abstraction, you can do everything you need without knowing to know how to use a wallet or set one up, manage a seed phrase, understand the blockchains that each wallet is operating on, and you can access from any device without having to move your keys or expose them, so essentially mitigating a major security risk. Users can connect to the Elys app with an email address or social account, like Google, Apple ID, X, Reddit, etc., and have instant access to all the benefits of DeFi with just one click, and it only takes a couple seconds. This eliminates a massive pain point for users looking to start their DeFi journey. The next technology that we leverage is chain abstraction, which makes it possible to quickly access a wide range of ecosystems from our app. Through universal wallets or by using trust-minimized bridges, for example IBC, we can seamlessly connect to a complete range of major ecosystems. This is a crucial point for Elys Network in developing what we call our universal liquidity layer. And for that, we've established key partnerships with major players in the Bitcoin, Solana, Tonchain, Ethereum, and other EVM ecosystems. Our goal is to enable the full range of DeFi functions and enable yield-enhancing strategies for your digital assets. These two innovations significantly reduce the learning curve and onboarding effort for a user of any experience level, and are key components of growing the DeFi adoption rates. A user may not always need to know which blockchain they're interacting with if the front end is handling the task for them in a secure, transparent, and low-cost manner. It's in fact similar to how Web2 mainstream adoption occurred, where users care about security and the user experience, but generally don't get too involved in knowing the infrastructure powering those platforms. So with that said, I'd like to showcase the Elys experience. And you can enjoy this on any device, so if you'd like to actually follow along, you can log in on our testnet there in the white tile. It's testnet.elys.network. Again, you can just log in with an email address or social account, and you'll be up and running in just a couple seconds. The Elys Unify app drastically improves the user experience, and our testnet community feedback so far has been overwhelmingly positive and filled with anticipation of our mainnet launch coming in the next quarter. Our chain is of course built to support any activity that a full range of features may bring, all while handling the technical demands of our perpetual trading platform. Elys is highly interoperable, designed with collaboration in mind from the start. Thanks to those partnerships that I talked about, we've established with major players connecting Bitcoin, Solana, EVM, Timeschain, and more. We continue to innovate and create new opportunities designed to diversify our revenue streams. From a performance standpoint, Elys is built to meet the high volume demands of DeFi with the goal of achieving block times under 1 second, transaction fees under 1 cent, and significant scalability with the ability to have millions of users. The app provides a seamless user experience packed with features to cover the entire spectrum from the most conservative to the most aggressive portfolio strategies. Something to satisfy everyone. We call it our unified financial playground. So these are the features that you'll see on the Elys app that will launch within the next quarter, or we'll have enabled soon after launch. Most of these are available in our testnet right now. Like I mentioned, we've covered the full range of DeFi needs, whether a user is a beginner or a pro. And these include spot trading, multi-staking, to include simple staking or liquid staking, liquidity mining, leverage liquidity provision to amplify your exposure to the liquidity pool, perpetual trading, and derivatives. We designed nearly every function on the app to be accessible with just one click, which is, again, a critical point for user adoption or retention. Okay, this slide might be a little hard to read, but I'll just kind of quickly touch on it here. Since we're talking about the DeFi transformation, this is one of our biggest innovations that we've been working on at Elys Network that we're bringing to market. It's called Smart Shielded Liquidity Pools. And they're made to tackle the problem of impermanent loss, which some of you who are DeFi users are painfully aware of. It vastly improves the peer-to-peer landscape for traders and liquidity providers at the same time. Impermanent loss has always been a major problem in DeFi, whether it be through pairing of tokens with volatile tokens or through the inefficiencies of the AMM design. Users will quickly lose confidence as liquidity providers on those platforms. The Smart Shielded Pools use an Oracle-based dynamic weight design and an incentive-based rebalancing mechanism in order to minimize impermanent loss. That was pretty technical, so. All right. In addition to these innovative features, we also developed a robust revenue model to give Elys token real utility. How we transform DeFi here is that the token can be considered a product on its own. We wanted our token to be a source of rewards for participants in our network from the very beginning, and therefore each of our DeFi products plays a role in providing revenue to stakers and liquidity providers. All the revenue that's generated, whether it be from spot trading, liquidity pools, perpetual trading, leverage liquidity provision, and chain transaction fees are aggregated and then paid out to these stakeholders within the chain. We believe this is an effective way for a platform to attract existing Web3 users, along with centralized exchange users, and eventually TradFi and institutional users to earn competitive yields on their digital assets for the long term. Right, this is one of my favorite slides. I think it's graphic designer did an awesome job with this one. Here's the best part though, that the fees that are collected that I talked about are actually converted to USDC and distributed to those stakers and liquidity providers. A real source of stablecoin revenue for all participants means a sustainable ecosystem. This further promotes trust in the design, encourages long-term participation, and attracts new users to enter. So we're not dumping our token, we're not creating inflation for, that ends up diluting existing token holders. I want to share with you our roadmap as well, just to give you a little context. So since we began our development at Elys Network, we created our first block in early 2023, then began our public incentivized testnet in March of this year, and now we're on track to launch next quarter. The takeaway here is that we've been building for the last over 18 months to roll out an incredibly capable chain with lots of great features on our roadmap to come. These include more chain integrations and AI tools for the app, as well as AI asset management and trading functions. I also want to share with you our metrics of our testnet. Since launching the incentivized testnet in March, we've achieved some truly impressive participation rates. So over 1.4 million wallets created, almost 150,000 X followers, 300,000 monthly active users, and 40,000 daily active users. And actually, the last time I checked, I believe we checked this morning, the daily active users have jumped to 55,000. We have an average engagement time of 15 minutes, which is truly impressive and a testament to how much the users enjoy the experience on the platform. It's also a testament to the incredibly hard work of our team of just 14 people, a group of exceptionally talented visionaries that I'm proud to work with day in and day out. So I want to close with kind of just my final thoughts here that, Elys Network is transforming DeFi to power the Web3 economy through innovative design features that connect the entire crypto market in one place using wallet and chain abstraction, a best-in-class app to easily connect and access the full range of DeFi features from any device, sustainable platform design to encourage long-term participation with rewards paid in USDC, and future product enhancements to leverage the very best the space has to offer. It's an honor to be building with you and working together to advance Web3, and I look forward to the things you'll be building today to affect the lives of millions tomorrow. Thank you.